Hello and welcome to Goa 365's Story Behind the Story. The notification for the last 5 municipality elections has just been just out, and with us we have a representation from the main powers that be the main people in the municipality of Vasco. So I would like to start with probably our youngest contestant and a lady from Madgaon, Siola. Guys, first welcome to our show. This is the first show of the new after the new notifications. Welcome to our show. And Siola, welcome back to our show. Could you tell us what is the situation in Margaon? What is the scene? Last time we had spoken, but now this is going to be, I don't know, fresh start, or you all have already, how much you all have done?
Yeah, yes. So when it came to the last notification, I think everybody is already aware that reservation was an issue. So matters went to court, and over there, reliefs were obtained, and even reliefs were obtained from the Supreme Court.
Yeah, go on, go
Yeah,
on,
and
go on.
reliefs were
You're
obtained
clear.
from the Supreme Court as well. And pursuant to that, now the reservations have changed a little bit, not too much. What we are finding is that alteration to the panels of certain political parties have not changed all that much. New reservation is good. I'm satisfied with it. There's
Okay,
nothing for me
okay,
to not be satisfied because
okay.
everybody is getting representation.
Okay. Yeah. So Yola, okay, I'll get back to you on your opponents and your comments. Now I would like to go to Daji. Daji Bab, now you are a very experienced campaigner in Vasco, in Murmugao. You've been in politics for a long time. So how do you see this election? How do you see this election?
I think so. For any candidate or for that matter, any aspirant who is trying to come into politics through the council, this thing, he should be prepared for everything. Since there is a rotation system, we admit. But sometimes what happens is sometimes you have to accommodate OBC. Suppose you have to accommodate STs. So somewhere down the line, since there is no fixed rotation system being followed, sometimes there is a problem with the selection of the candidates. There is a fixed, rule or some format that each year, whatever is going to happen, the next 5 years we should be knowing that this ward is going to be changed to OBC or this, so that the people from that ward can start working. Otherwise, it will be a mess every time because everybody tries to become the candidate, and when the time comes, then when his ward is changed, then it becomes a big disappointment from him as well as the voters also. So I feel that there should be something like a concrete policy decision in this matter, where what is going to happen in the next 5 years should be known, so that aspirant candidates can start working immediately after this thing.
Shekhar Bab, now what Daji is saying makes sense, but ata maka from Vasco, sorry, from the whole from there all the confusion about reservations and yes, so ata now what is the situation? Sana.
Reservation, you're talking about reservation. So when I got elected in 2005, so I was knowing 2 years before only that this particular ward is reserved for male. But now last 5 years we have noticed, we have seen and observed the things are different. Till the last moment, the whoever is contesting in the ward, he does not know, nobody knows that which ward is what, whether it is reserved for female, SC, ST. At the last moment they declare. And now also they declared, now see Murmugao constituency, from ward number 1 to 9, not even single ward was reserved for female. Reservation for female starts from 10 or 11, I think from the 11 ward. And that's why somebody in the science, I can name the person, Shanti Mandrekar and Shraddha Amonkar from Murmugao, two ladies have challenged the reservation, and finally they have reserved the ward sequence wise. And 33% what we are saying reservation for the ladies. So 33% reservation means out of 25 there should be 9 wards, and 8 ward was reserved earlier. That also they have challenged. And now Supreme Court has given the judgment and order 9 ward reservation for the ladies and sequence wise also. They should have done it earlier, this 6 months in advance minimum. Otherwise, what happens? Anybody, any candidate can come and contest 25 days, 20 up to 1 month. Any person can be a good, even a bad person, can do good work, and after winning, he will show his real color. So that's why at least 6 months to 1 year, at least in advance, they should declare the reservation. This is my opinion.
Shekhar Bab, I agree. Now, Yatin Bab, I would like to bring you on this discussion. Yatin Bab, my point is not on reservations per se. Now, Daji Bab and Shekhar Bab have spoken on reservation. Now, what is the general? Now, for example, what are your main opponents? Who are you going to be your main opponents as you are going into elections?
Honorable MLA Vasco, Mr. Carlos Almeida has already declared his panel. So whoever is contesting against those declared candidates are all our opponents. So
I agree with
everybody
that.
are opponents.
Yeah, but what is your main competition according to you?
Well, if you go to see, to be frank, I think only Mr. Carlos Almeida has declared his panel. Rest everybody are either supporting somebody who is sitting, contesting. Nobody has come up with his own panel. Everybody are supporting a contestant.
Okay, so I'll move to Siola first, and then maybe if we can get Hiru online. Yeah, could we get Siola? Siola, now, could I ask you the same question what I asked Yatin? Who are going to be your
who
main
are the players
opponent?
here?
Yes, the main opponents for all you feel, and or who are the big sharks? You guys are little, the new kids on the block, so as to say. Like the BJP is there, the Mahagathbandhan of Congress, Go Forward and Reginald. So what exactly? Could you give us some clarity, shed some light, clarity on this?
We know from last time statements of the two political parties, Congress and Goa Forward. Again, maybe not exactly their words, but the words of certain leaders in those parties, is that there might be an alliance. Okay, there might be an alliance. Perhaps there will be Digambar Kamath for Margaon side, and perhaps there might be Vijay Sardesai for Fatorda side. This is something that the media had carried, and Reginald for the Kurtori side of the wards. Apart from that, it may also happen that Congress feels its separate full panel, that is, Margaon, Fatorda, maybe they will also have a full panel. We cannot be sure because there is nothing that I can definitely say. But it is some little birdie told me, as they say, it's just a rumor in the air. Can't be sure. BJP will definitely have its own full panel, but now they'll have to realign their candidates because of the ward reservation. There are, of course, independents who are aspirants who are supported by ward members. So they will be there. Maybe they will also come together and have a united front. A mixture of panels. Perhaps they also might have in the same style that, or similar, not same style as V. Ponjekars, but maybe on some lines like that. But that it looks like a mix in now, but nobody has revealed because everybody has held their cards close to their chest.
How many people, how many Shadow Council is supporting? How many people? How many of the full panel? How many total?
We are very sure of 6 as of now. We are very sure of 6 because these people are the most honest and sincere people. And finally, we will be revealing our candidates on or slightly after 10th of April.
Okay. Yeah. Now, Dajibab, I would like to go back to you. Dajibab, tell me one thing. Now, according to Yatin Bab, they are set. Ani kon na? What is the situation from your side?
Yeah, we are also we will also be fielding a panel, and up till now we have finalized around 7 to 8 of our candidates, and in another wards where we don't have any good candidates or where the reservation process has changed the whole equation, we might support a very good candidate who has really worked for the people there. So we are trying to align in such a manner.
Okay, confidence. You are confident that this time with all this, because ultimately Murmugaon constituency is the one that actually started everything. So with all this, you are confident that that it is going to be a good fight, tough fight this time.
Yeah, I think so, because now people are also fed up of all this politics. So any people will not vote for any Tom, Dick and Harry who has just come or jumped. I think so. People are thinking on that lines, and if that goes through, then we might get a very good council this time.
Correct. I hope. Yeah, that you have. Yeah. Now, Shekhar Bab, what you feel? Same question that I asked that you are asking you.
See, first of all, this election is not at party level.
Yeah, I know. I said,
So
but I'm
we
aware.
like-minded,
I'm aware.
we like-minded people from Marmugao, we have come together and we have formed one panel under this Marmugao warrior. And
Okay.
most of our candidates are, I also elected 2 times. One time I lost by just 25 votes. Now
Okay.
again I'm contesting as chairperson of municipality. And we have selected, most of our candidates are ex-councillor, ex-chairperson and social worker. And we are confident of winning.
Now, okay. Yeah, I want Yatin Bab, much a sticky question. Now,
Yes, sir.
Yatin Bab, Murmugao has got basically very strong BJP. I think four strong BJP total. All the MLAs, ministers, Sogle BJP. But still, what is the politics now in it? Because I don't know whether it's going to be BJP versus BJP or BJP versus Congress or BJP versus somebody else. What you feel will be the biggest danger to you? Panels from floated by opposition, backed by opposition parties or backed by people who are supposed to be close to you?
Well, if we go to see the politics in Vasco, especially, as of now, as I said earlier, that none of the politicians have their own panels. Everybody are just announcing or saying that they will announce, but we are still waiting for anybody to announce their candidates. So as of now, it is just the Honorable MLA Vasco who has announced his candidates, and he will be again announcing the same, maybe in another couple of days or something, because now with the reservation being changed, there are some changes in the reservation in the ward with the candidates.
Correct.
So as of now, I'm just waiting for all other politicians to come up and announce their candidates.
Now with us from Margao is the BJP leader from Margao, my good friend Navin Pairaikar. Navin Bab, welcome. Yeah. Navin Bab, किती चलता सांग मडगांव?
वी ऑलवेज विन. आम्ही सदांच जिखतात संघटनेच्या आधाराचेर. सो आमची संघटना जी आसा, ऑर्गनायझेशन इज व्हेरी पॉवरफुल. एक सेटअप आसा, ऑर्गनायझेशनल सेटअप आसा फ्रॉम बूथ लेवल. एवरी बूथ वी हॅव कार्यकर्त्याज, वी हॅव डेव्हलप सेवरल लिडर्स ईच अँड एवरी बूथ. सो आमकां कोणी लिडर दिलो, कोणी कॅन्डिडेट दिलो म्हणून कांय फरक पडपाचो ना. वी आर गोईंग थ्रू. जे आमचे वायब्रंट मार्गांवचे पॅनल आशिल्ले ते इट इज स्टील स्ट्रॉंग, गोईंग स्ट्रॉंग, अँड वी आर ऑल सेट टू विन एटलीस्ट 7 to 8 सीट्स इन मारगांव.
आणि फातोर्डा?
फातोर्डाचे हांवें अजून पर्यंत रिपोर्ट घेतलो ना, बट फातोर्डा इज ऑल्सो डुईंग व्हेरी वेल.
But you are in charge of the you are in charge of this election.
No, I am looking on. See, there are 3 constituencies involved. One is Margao, 11 seats.
Also, correct.
Another Fatorda, 11 seats, and Kurtorim, 3 seats. Fatorda, as per what I know, is 7 seats है जिकतात. So, or out of 25, we are at least claiming presently 15 seats.
I wanted to get Fatorda a little bit into this. Margao, we know the situation. Now, Fatorda, Damu is there. But Fatorda the BJP has not really come out. We feel it has not really come out and there is no much movement or talk there in with it. So, this time, are you all going to change that perception? It's a perception. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But the perception is that Fatorda BJP has not really done much. You all are concentrating only on Margao proper.
Thing with Fatorda, it has become a hype in Fatorda. सदांच पेपराचेर येता तशी त्याची ग्राउंड रियलिटी ना. The ground reality is totally different, and whatever appearing on the newspaper is totally different. Goa forward is actually they are operating like a panel. आमचे अशें मायबरेन मारगांव पॅनल आसा तशेंच. They have not been able to win a single vote in last municipality election. They have not fielded anybody in last municipality election. Similar happened in ZP election. Attacks to the candidate and field corona. Forget about winning. They are totally concentrating on only Fatorda localized party शी दिसता ती. And they are आता काल सुद्धा पेपराचेर केला एक कॅन्डिडेट तांणी लॉन्च केला. They are making a big hype. So ते hype केलं म्हणून तुका वोट पडटा असो ना न्ही. जेन्ना वोटिंगातले पळय काउंटिंग जातले तेन्ना आमकां रिजल्ट कळटलो.
Yeah, Navin Babu, yeah, thank you. I would like to bring Daji Salkar on this, please. Daji, yes. What I'm saying in Vasco, the politics asa, who politics asa, you are aware about the politics. So how will that affect the chances of the individual panels? Shekhar Bab's panel, means whatever, yours. Now Yatin is confident because he knows who his enemies are, as he says. He knows exactly who his enemies are. But tumche, the politics, one is going into the other, literally. So how do you explain that?
See, what has happened is people in Vasco are totally fed up. First because of the politics, and secondly because of no development. So this time I feel people are going to vote for people who have been really working on the ground, on the field, and who are really educated to some extent. And people are just going to judge what is going to happen in this coming few days, because with this coming reservations there are many last minute people who have come inside, who have joined, who will do something for Vasco, because Vasco has been neglected to a great extent. So this time we will definitely see a change.
Yeah, to build on what Mr. Pai Riker and Mr. Salkar also said, when it comes to campaigning and when it comes to popularity, what appears in the newspaper need not be what is the grassroots level reality in the ward, in those specific wards, because people are not all that interested in the fun and frolic, but they're interested in real delivery. And to talk about what had happened during Corona, I think there were a lot of political parties that saw it not as a tragedy, but as an opportunity, which is fine. And it was seen or noted, or rather reported, don't know how far it is true, but it was reported that some people came on the roads and helped people. In our individual capacities, even we have done. Now, it is not untrue that there is a very large fund called PM CARES, which is available for the government to use at its discretion with zero transparency. So I don't find that there is anything to celebrate about any Karamchari having done some work. However, I want to point out what the last council had done, or rather had failed to do or omitted to do. They were given funds worth 8 lakhs to be used for their wards, respective wards, for 32,000 per ward. Okay, in Margao, 25 wards, 32,000 per ward. And they were supposed to use it for the persons who were stranded, the migrants who were stranded, to help them with relief and relief packages. But on being asked, and none of them were able to show anything for it. They've given bills, they have withdrawn the money, they've been reimbursed. But what they say on their bills is that they had purchased raw ration, they had cooked it, and then they had served it to everybody in the ward or people in the ward. But there are no witnesses. There is nobody who has come forward to say that this is true. And if they have done such a noble service, they must certainly be felicitated, but that we are not seeing. So whatever happens, when it comes to these sort of things, it is a relief effort, and then you're trying to siphon it off. It's not something that is seen kindly on the grassroots level. So I think they'll have to be very defensive at this point. The previous council will have to be extremely defensive, and the incumbent government also is quite defensive. That's what we have noted over here.
I will bring Naveen Baba on this, because what's interesting is that, see, now we have seen the councils for the past, so many, there has been, but Margao, ultimately, Naveen Baba, you have to admit, there is no parking. There is the petrol pump which was supposed to be, I remember when Savio was mayor, he wanted to, Savio Coutinho, when he was mayor, the shadow council, now he was supposed to take the petrol pump. Yes, Ogle, now lots has to be done in Margao, because we don't see much actually on the ground what's actually happened in Margao. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do agree, Glenbab. And whatever you said, yes, there are several problems, right from parking to garbage collection to traffic management. And all the credit goes to the council and the local MLA. So I don't deny that.
I knew you would
the
say
council
this.
And the local MLA has failed miserably. And the council under Goa Forward and the council under Digambar Kamath in 2010 has failed badly. And the live example is the Sonsodo and the garbage management and the parking. So now the question is, like as Viola said, where has the money gone? Where has the money gone given to the councillor? What have they done? They couldn't even sweep the street. They couldn't even do certain basic things which they are entitled to, which they are appointed or which they are elected to. So what they have done and why they should be elected? We have to give the new face who are ready to who have performed.
I just want to come in with a very short point to take some credit myself for on behalf of Shadow Council. Shadow Council has been responsible singularly for saving about 20 crores of the Margao municipal funds. There was a biomethanation project where they were supposed to have installed 7 plants at the cost of 4 crores 81 lakhs each. And the same plant was available for Sankadi municipality by a tender for 2 crores 39 lakhs each. So we brought this to the notice of the of everybody, the media, etc. And subsequently this was not taken forward, and now they are only going to go ahead with one plant at the rate of 2 crores 39 lakhs. So this is something that Shadow Council has actively done. It saved around 16.95 crores of the council. Plus, Shadow Council was also and also Shadow Council was able to save 3 odd crores of the municipality because it had reported on some fake tenders, gutters to be redone, fake tenders.
Yes,
Lokayukta picked it up. Yeah. Lokayukta picked it up suo motu, and the matter was completely stalled. So this is something that Shadow Council has done and is going to continue doing. And if elected, it will do much better.
The only drawback to what we face in the municipality is they don't have the powers beyond a particular amount. Like for example, fish market is somewhere around 8 to 9 crores. Municipal renovation is around 9 crores or something. So that powers that municipality doesn't have. ME doesn't have the power to sanction all that. It has to be either a higher level officer, like for example, Chisuda has the power, or maybe PWD has the power for that particular amount of sanctioning powers. So that is not there with the municipal. That is the biggest drawback. Otherwise, municipality, Mormugao Municipal Council would have been very easy. I'm very happy to in fact those projects on their own.
Last closing statement. Yeah, Shekhar.
Now, when you have fund in your treasure, then you are the authority. The money amount was sanctioned by 14th Finance Commission, not from Urban Development Ministry or something. And 14th Finance Commission sanctions money for all, all work, gutter, nala, culvert, bridges. And you have put a proposal of building, renovation of municipal building and fish market, which is long pending project and dream of Vasco. You see all over Goa, utilized money. There are money proposed with other channels. They should have taken legal opinion. They should have taken DMS approval.
Yatin or Daji, you want to come into this discussion?
Yeah.
Yes, Yatin.
Yeah. They all the necessary approvals have already been taken. The file has been completed, and after that only the money has been transferred. I think everybody can go through the files. All the documents are on the table, as you can say. You can always check. Mormugao Municipal Council building is a heritage building. All the 25 councillors come there. That is our main office. We work there. So the renovation of that building, I think nobody should complain about that. Secondly, fish market. Fish market is utilized by all the constituents, what you call wards. It's not only just Vasco or say Vasco or Newadam. All the 25 ward people visit that market. So I don't think so. Anybody should have any complaint about completing those projects. Everybody wants the project to be completed.
Daji.
See, this money which the 14th Finance Commission has released is for development of all 25 wards. So I think so money should have been equally distributed to all wards so that the whole of Mormugao Taluka prospers. It is not for big government projects which are to be done under the government or proposed by the MLA. And if all 25 wards are to be developed, then I think so even the new council which is coming up should take up development in all 25 wards, and the thing of ruling and opposition should always be stopped now.
Yeah, Krishna, wait, before I go to you, I want to get back to Margao. We had spoken, we had asked one of representatives from Digambar. In fact, my reporter spoken to this. They said, yeah, they are coming, but they did not come. So again, I go back to Naveen Bab, you and Madam, that Margao also has a lot of development. Garbage is crazy. Garbage is, I mean, like, I don't know where you find garbage everywhere. You cannot park, you cannot drive. What are you doing? Siola, what do you?
Problem with Margao municipality is Margao municipality has become a garbage of corruption. That is a bigger problem. Secondly, none of the councillor has any will to develop Margao. So all has to be sent back home. And new set of councillor has to come back who has a vision, who can develop Margao, who has a better manifesto than the previous ones. Irrespective of reservation, irrespective of any political affiliation. We have to consider development of Margao. This is not what we deserve. We deserve a better Margao. And we have to give a better Margao to our future generation. So for the sake of Margao, we need to get proper councillors elected with the proper backing, political backing, and make sure that they do something for Margao and get the mess out of Margao. That's it.
Madam?
And
Madam.
as regards the garbage issue in Margao, they say, it's a legacy issue, but it only shows that they are overwhelmed by the issue. If you just apply yourself scientifically and in an organized manner, it can be done. So if there is somebody who is hesitant and saying that this is something which cannot be done, then you must not vote for them. Secondly, when it comes to door-to-door garbage and all that, we have noticed, we have seen with our own eyes, you segregate at the home level, and then it is all introduced to the same garbage dump and taken together. So it becomes a family pack from being singles. It becomes a family pack in the garbage, and then you take it to the company, to the segregator, Fomento, and they are saying that well, you have not given us wet waste, you've given us this mixture, so now it is refuse. So that is a refuse of refuse. When there's refuse of refuse, we are paying 1 lakh per day to collect that refuse from Fomento. So the instance of negligence is at every step. Even one step, if you improve, it is something that can be done. And what we are seeing is that the councillors are running behind the executive to get the work done. The council is a decision-making body, and they have to make the executive work, but they are running behind the contractors all the time.
Thanks, Vasco from Amurmagaon, Vasco, Shekhar Bab, Daji Bab, Yatin Bab, and from Margao, Naveen Bab and Siola. Thank you very much, and hopefully as the election goes, bring in more people from separate areas and talk about specific developments of the day. This was put together in a slide. Thank you very much for coming on our channel, and keep watching Goa 365.